Hey everyone, I want to come on and share what's on my mind, which I really don't have nothing overly. I think this week I've really been doing the finding your joy exercises, and I've been sharing those with you. Day 5 and day 6. I guess I can cap that into this one and just kind of cover it like that. I found the exercise to be nice, and I just find that when we manage our time well enough, that we are able to add moments in the day that we can do something really nice for ourselves. Whether that's reading a book or taking a little bite-sized challenge. It's really cool. So, yeah, nothing too heavy hitting. If you guys got any fall programming recommendations, shoot them to me. I haven't seen season 3 of The Handmaid's Tale or Harlots off of Hulu. But I'm kind of trying to stay away from something too. I try to balance it out. And right now, I don't want nothing too heavy or dark. Like, I need to finish off Vikings. But I kind of want something like This Is Us. They cry a lot. So if y'all got any recommendations that is not boo-hooey, it's not too sexual, and it's not too dark themed. You know, you have to balance that stuff out. And I have so much of that incoming, spread it out, spread it out. I love dystopian society stuff, so if you got any futuristic something of an alternate universe, I love that to recommend. But yeah, day 5 was about savoring time, having time for yourself, and basically not procrastinating and pushing off the things that would really truly bring you joy, things you've always really wanted to do. A gardening, a class, a trip, visiting a family member that's in a different state, a crew, whatever it is that, or you was really good at it, like someone that could really, very artistic and know how to paint, but just seemed to not have the time. I like how it was like a reverse psychology type of thing that give you the thought of, you're running around all day with your head chopped off doing for everybody, right? But your study's saying you'll get around to doing whatever you said you're going to do for you, when and how. So it's not selfish, and it is definitely okay to do something that is solely rewarding to oneself. It's fulfilling to your soul, and it's on you. The responsibility of your life and the well-being of your life is on you to iron out your day enough that you can find those pockets of moments to do something just for you. It could be having a cup of coffee or tea at a local bistro, and you like the vibe and the atmosphere there, you know what I mean? And you like kicking it in that spot and reading an article on your phone or tablet or a book. And you want to do that a couple of times out of the week. Whatever it is that brings you chill, and it motivates and inspires you. Don't let yourself get lost in the shuffle. So today there wasn't so much of a bonus. It just kind of ended the challenge. Recap some of the exercises and bonus. The bonus was we got a printable that'll be coming out today in our email, and it's called Give Me 5. And the Give Me 5 will be things like, what did you do nice for someone to brighten their day? 3 things someone said nice to you this week. Oh goodness, it was 3 other things. I don't remember it, but I'll bring it in next week's review for you guys to see it. But I really like that. I think it's going to be something that you did for yourself, and then something like that. So it's 5 little circles, and in each circle is the question. You write the answer, and you can print out as many of those as you want, or print it out and make as many copies as you like, until it becomes habit forming, or for as long as you feel the need to do that, until it's just ingrained in your way of thinking. So I really like that we were left with something to kind of sustain the information. In the videos and everything will remain up, so if anybody ever needs to go back and re-reference something, they're able to do so. I found the challenge to be rewarding, and simplistic. It was very applicable and attainable for most everybody I would know. It was easy to incorporate and do, and it didn't take a lot of time. So I put the links in most of the videos that I've done this week, discussing it and sharing it with you guys. So you can always click on it at any time you feel like it and sign yourself up, and then you would be having access to the same things that I did. But yeah, that's pretty much it. By doing so, this week I've been much more cheerful. That, you know, I feel more of my old self coming back. I've been doing a lot more of the things that I like reading and talking a little bit more with people. Life got to me so bad at one point that I just didn't even want to deal with the world or people, and I withdrew. And that's not healthy. Being around buttholes isn't healthy, but you know what I'm trying to say. Becoming a recluse isn't healthy either. So just really getting out. I've been getting out and getting out by myself, y'all. So Purple Wall, I did it. So yeah, and I didn't even realize it until late last night. I was getting drowsy watching Frasier. I love Frasier. And it was like, do you realize you've been out like 4 or 5 times this week? Solo dolo. I was like, no, you girl been out there too. And been talking and socializing and laughing and cracking jokes and all. That was me before other things. So I'm so happy to just feel awoke and excited. And this book is, it hits you sometimes and you just be like, wow, like that. Like somebody else out there was know what I'm talking about. I'm not alone. Someone else feel me. Because, you know, when you're working with a lot of selfish people and people that just want to take, because you're a giver, right? I know I am. Too generous sometimes to a fault. And so as soon as you start trying to carve out and do anything for you, you know, they want to keep you in that box so that they can keep being a recipient. And so then they start trying to, like, say you're creating a problem. You're creating, because it's going different than what their benefit and their gain out of you would be. So coming from getting those type of persons out of my pathway and out of my circle, because they crept their way in pretending to be nice. I guess that could be next week's discussion. You know, you gotta just really be mindful of folks, and just because you're real and you're telling the truth don't mean they are. And then just because you're willing to go the extra mile don't mean they will. And just because you will give your last don't mean they will either. So I had to learn the hard way that just because my makeup might be a certain type, my human makeup might be one type of way, don't mean the person I'm talking to across from me is that way. They could be selfish as hell, very manipulative and deceitful. And anytime they see that they're losing a control over you, or that you are veering off in a direction that will kill what they're able to take advantage of, then they're going to try to be coy and come up with some clever old something to throw out there to get you to think about, that would try to get you to question yourself. So I would say, do you, don't lose you in the shuffle. This is coming from a mother that has 2 adult children, one soon not too far. They're 2 adults, and then one that's finna be 17 in a week and a half, and then my baby is 15. They leave, y'all. Almost put water in your eyes. They leave and they go live their life. You can't forget your life. You can't forget you. Yes, be that parent, be that. But we gotta also not forget who we are either, and do things for us, because when they're gone, who's to say we're going to have a whole nother 18-year block of time to then go do what we ever wanted to do. We got to work that stuff in some way, somehow, as they're growing. I wish I knew that earlier, because I sacrificed and I gave up a lot to be at home and to be their advocate and fight for them, and it wore me down on certain levels. But I feel good finally investing in me and getting that stigma out of my head that I was doing something wrong and selfish for wanting to go after something that would, for me. So I leave that with you guys. Yeah, man. So you go take that walk, go to that dance, take that dance class, that pottery class, whatever it is you've always been wanting to, you feel like you want to try it. You might not want to do it 8 weeks later, but if that's what you feel, you want to grow something, better go do it. Don't let nobody stop you. Hey, peace.